Alright, the last lesson looked at the suspended 4 chords, and so today this will be a quick lesson looking at the Sus2 chords. And if you were following how we did it last time, you can probably work this out yourself. You play this, you number the scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, do, re, mi, and the number 2 is obviously going to be the second note in the scale. So if we're in C, do, re, it's going to be the very next note. It's going to be a D. So if you're in a C chord, you're going to add a D note. And that's a Sus2 chord. And you could also find it by going up from this C on the top string. Which means for a C-shaped bar chord, on whatever, doesn't matter where you play it, let's play it here, it'll be using your third finger on the third string there. Or it'll be shifting your root note up to the next note, so from the C to a D. It's a bit of a stretch. So that's where you find an easy sus chord, in the C position. Now if you're in an F position, so Sus2 chords are always easy to find out because you just add the next letter. So if it's an F chord, you're going to add a G note. So there's your F, there's the G note on the 3rd fret. But you could also find a G on this bottom string by taking this finger off. So there's 2 ways for an F shape as well. If we're holding an F-shaped bar chord, you could use your little finger on this 4th fret, on the 2nd string. Or you could simply take off your 3rd finger there. To get the Sus2. And what haven't we done yet? The A chord. So an A, open A, you're going to be adding a B note. So that'll be on the 2 frets up on this bottom string. Or you could also find it on the top string, on the 2nd fret. This is where you find the B note. So that means really we can find any A-shaped bar chord, they'll be in the same positions. It'll be on the 3rd fret with your little finger squashed up underneath. Oops, it's a bit tight, that one. A little bit easier to play further down the neck. But if that's too tight to be able to squash all those fingers in and get this one underneath, you can stretch out to the skipper fret and go to this fret. So you've got those 2 options. It's the 3rd fret. I always count the frets from the bar finger, 1, 2, 3, so it's 3rd fret there with your little finger, or it's the 5th fret on the other string, on the bottom string. So that's your A shape, 2 positions. Or there. Your F shape is, where was it? It was here on the 4th fret. Or the bottom string, just letting go, so you're playing the 1st fret note. And the C shape was, you either jump up to from the 4th fret to the 6th fret, or you drop your 3rd finger in on the 3rd string. So Sus2 chords, pretty simple, and yeah, if whatever the note is of the chord, the name of the chord of your major, so if you're playing an E major, the note you're adding would be an F, because it's the next letter around in the alphabet. Actually, I lied. An E would be an F sharp, because that's the next letter in the scale. So it's do, re. Do, re, mi, fa, so. It's the re note, which from an E is an F sharp. So yeah, don't get fooled by that. It's not just the next letter of the alphabet, it's the next note in the scale. So for E, that means F sharp. But I hope that makes sense. All right, cool.